Welcome, welcome, good people. Greetings to you all. Kukumeri on the platform in South Africa. You are all welcome, and let us continue sharing the realities of life. The realities of life, you might be in another country, but this topic that we've chosen to discuss covers us all. Most importantly, because it speaks about the preparations of a couple who knows that one day one of them is going to die. And that is a reality which you cannot change. But when you get married, KMS On Point Show would like us to share the important things which are challenging if we don't take care of them on time. Having spoken about a lot of other things, but today what we're going to look at is the partners, the people who got married. They have to sit and plan for, carrying along the journey of marriage together. And in this case, we're talking about the journey when we also have children in this family. Now, the subject of today is about documents. Somebody might think documents are not a problem, you'll sort them out when the time comes. But let me tell you, from the experiences that we had, people run around when things like documents are misplaced, not found, or maybe never ever made to be present in the family file. Now, just to give you a brief advice, the family has to have two files. The first file is the file that contains, not important records, but they will be important for someone, like the school reports for the children, the biographies of the children, or of the whole family rather, the achievements of the parents, everything that has to do with, the family. But these are not very important. Now, today I want us to create this file, which I call um, most important family file. In short, we can call it a MIFF. That is my own abbreviation, okay? Kukumeri is going to call it a MIFF because it's a most important family file. This file is supposed to have the most important and also confidential files or records of the family. And this file must be compiled by the parents of this family, both the mother and the father, because it is a family file. And this file must also be put safe where other people cannot reach it, but the two of you can reach it, and or the person that you select for access of that file should both of you die at the same time. These things, when we speak about them, it looks like they don't happen, but we know it very well that accidents do happen. Now, it will be, in this case, both parents, including this particular, maybe the elder sister or brother of the family, who will know where this file is kept. Be careful not to disclose the documents to this third party. At least all he has or she has to know is where the file is kept. And it will be, by the way, under lock and key, and there must be control thereof. Why are we saying this? Should it happen that both parents die at the same time, this chosen person in the family will be the one who can say, this is where the file is kept. And the contents rather, will only be revealed at that time of need because both parents wouldn't be alive then. It sounds a bit scary, but truly death is inevitable. And a family that is running its household properly will always think about this. Now there is a file. Somebody might use a flip file, the other one, whatever kind of a file, but let it be a file that is durable, because we always hope to live longer. Now in that file, we have to put the following: the birth certificates of the family members, all of them, and up until at a certain age when you release them to their owners, because they would be responsible then. But the birth certificate of the children, including yourselves, must be in that file. The mortgage, or it's a bond or paid up mortgage for the family, should also be in that file. Why that? So that should there be a need that these documents are needed, nobody has to be running around looking for them. At least this most important file, this most important family file, the MIFF, will be having those documents. Your marriage certificate. Should any one of us die, the first thing that unlocks the offices for the help or the services that you need is the marriage certificate. You need to have that in that file. Maybe you are now on your own, your partner is gone. Including the marriage certificate, you must have the death certificate of the one who has passed on. These certificates, they are very important. They are able to talk more about you and your family, and I'm telling you, if you don't have them, you struggle to get assistance. Now let us look at the hire purchase documents. Now of late, people buy a lot of stuff cash, but should it happen that you buy it on hire purchase, please put those documents safe. Anything that you buy, keep the receipts safe, and put them in this most important family file, because if you put them on the other file, you might lose them, because that one is not as important as the one that we're talking about. So we need to look at things in a different manner and make sure that we update ourselves time and again by going to the different documents and checking if they're still viable or authentic for usage. Because some of the documents, they need you to revisit them and you go to the offices and update them. So you need to do that. In a case where you still are being together, you share a moment one day, you have quality time, and you look at those documents and do the upgrading and so forth. Most importantly, the policies, the funeral covers, burial society, anything that you have to do with the burying of someone must be in that file. Not forgetting that you still have investments. The investments that the family has made together, that they have made as individuals, because now the two are one, they should be known that this particular bank services are going to give us this kind of a service should one of us die. You need to disclose those things. The partners must know about them, because now is a time to remember that you are no more individuals, but you are a family. We need to remember that there are businesses maybe that you are running. All the documents must be in this most important family file. Any kind of business that is having an investment on it, you need to put it in this file. Any kind of business that you are running, and it has to have documents that show that they are being owned by this family, and they must also be in this particular file. It's a lot when we talk about this, but in reality, it's very few items. That file will never be full, but it has got very, very important documents. If you have vehicles, all those papers that you need about the vehicle must be in this file, including when you pay any kind of fee for the vehicle, it must be in this file. You know, the ownership of these vehicles must be documented and be in these files. You can imagine how many documents we're talking about here. You can imagine. It's so much. Now, if I have left anyone out, you can put it on the comments and add it on so that we help other people. Up until this one, let us talk about the will and the trust fund. The will that is going to be drawn for the inheritance of whatever the parents have is going to be in this particular file. And remember, it has to be a secret. It's confidential because you know the effect which can be so negative that can come out of knowing about this will. That is why in the beginning, Kukumeri said, the file has to be kept safe under lock and key, and the third party can only know where it is. In case both of you die at the same time as parents, she can be able to point and say, this is where the file is kept. Very, very important. Now, when we talk about the issue of the will or the family trust fund, we will be discussing intensely about who gets what and when and how. We might not be lawyers, but we're just going to hit it just superficial to outline how these things work when one of the parents is dead or both parents are dead. This is very, very important. This is going to lead us to our next video. And out of what I'm saying, should one of the parents die, in this particular file, you need to have other documents which are related to after the burial of your husband, or maybe as you get them from the undertakers and from Home Affairs. Those documents must also be kept in this file. We're talking about them as a last point because in this case, we were talking as if the two parents are still alive. But should there be one passing on, in that file, you really need to put those in the file because these are also most important documents. Let us not talk about the provident funds and what have you, and we leave them aside. But should there be any kind of a letter that comes from your workplace or your partner's workplace, it is a very important document. It must be filed there. So kindly comment on this matter. Give us your inputs. You know, whatever that we might have forgotten, please share it with us. The good thing about this is nobody is complete without another. We promised that we were going to travel this journey of realities of life together. Now, this is what is very important. Your comments are very valuable to us. And please give us a like. That gives us a smile, by the way. And just subscribe if you are watching our videos for the first time. Just subscribe and we'll definitely make sure that we come back to you with another informative topic which we'll be discussing in the next video. Out of what we have said and done, thank you very much for watching and thank you for everything that you have done for this channel. Can we stop this video here? Kukumeri is forever asking for permission. I'm stopping the video and we'll be seeing each other in the next video soon. Thank you very much. Stay blessed. Bye-bye.